that Juliana was dangerous and unstable. The worst part? Everyone felt justified. They genuinely believed they were protecting the school from her. I tried texting Juliana, but my messages wouldn't deliver. Then I heard she was in the hospital. I found her in the psychiatric facility looking so small and broken. That's when she showed me the restraining order Dylan put out against her, meaning she could no longer come back to school. She broke down and admitted that she had never dated anyone since she got to the school. She just befriended a few of the guys and gave them relationship advice. They decided they didn't want to be with their girlfriends anymore, but instead of telling them why, they just said they fell for Jen, then staged a breakup. And Jen went along with it because they asked. She didn't realize it would lead to her destruction. She told me not to worry though. She was going to destroy some things herself very soon. I left the psychiatric facility with my hands shaking. The way Juliana had smiled when she mentioned destroying things made my stomach turn. Outside, I fumbled with my phone and noticed 17 missed calls from Jen. My fingers hesitated over her name before I finally called back. Jen answered on the first ring, her voice cracking with panic. She started rambling about needing to talk immediately. Something about Dylan deleting everything from his social media. I told her I'd meet her at the coffee shop near school in 20 minutes. The drive there gave me time to process what I'd just witnessed. Juliana's transformation from broken victim to someone plotting revenge had happened so fast. Her eyes had gone cold when she'd mentioned destroying things. The girl who'd saved Jen at the party seemed completely gone. I found Jen hunched over a corner table, her laptop open and phone in hand. Dark circles shadowed her eyes. She grabbed my wrist the moment I sat down and pulled me closer to the screen. Dylan's Instagram page showed nothing but a default profile picture. His Twitter, Facebook, even his LinkedIn, all wiped clean. Jen's fingers flew across her keyboard, pulling up cached versions of his pages. She showed me how systematic the deletion was. Every photo, every post, every comment from the past 3 years had vanished overnight. Even tagged photos on other people's profiles were somehow gone. I asked her why she cared so much about Dylan's social media purge. That's when her face crumpled. She admitted she'd been lying about more than just the party incident. Her hands trembled as she opened a hidden folder on her laptop. The folder contained screenshots of text messages between Juliana and Jen's ex-boyfriend from months before any of the breakups happened. My blood ran cold reading them. Juliana had been asking detailed questions about Jen's relationship, her insecurities, past arguments. The messages dated back to before Juliana even transferred to our school. Jen explained how she discovered them accidentally when borrowing her ex's phone weeks ago, but had been too scared to tell anyone. The shame in her voice was crushing. She'd thrown Juliana under the bus at the party to protect herself from becoming the next target, knowing Juliana had orchestrated her own breakup. My phone buzzed with a text from my cousin at the animal shelter. She mentioned something odd about Juliana's volunteer orientation from months ago. Apparently, Juliana had spent more time asking about the other volunteers than learning about animal care. She'd taken detailed notes about everyone's families, their jobs, their financial situations. The pieces were starting to form a picture I didn't want to see. I asked Jen to forward me those screenshots, but she hesitated. Reading them would mean accepting that the girl I'd defended, the girl I'd believed was an innocent victim, had been playing everyone from the start. Jen's laptop dinged with a new message. Dylan wanted to meet both of us urgently. He said he had proof of something bigger than we realized. Against my better judgment, we agreed to meet him at the abandoned warehouse where kids sometimes went to skateboard. Dylan looked terrible when we arrived. His usual confidence was completely gone, replaced by paranoia. He kept checking over his shoulder while explaining why he'd deleted everything. Apparently, Juliana had been collecting information on everyone for months, and he'd just discovered she had recordings of private conversations. He pulled out his phone and played an audio file. It was his voice talking to his friend about Jen, discussing intimate details about their relationship, things only he should have known. The recording quality was too clear to be accidental. Juliana had deliberately recorded him. Dylan revealed that 2 other ex-boyfriends had contacted him with similar discoveries. Juliana had recordings of all of